This is a video review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Refraktor. So I was actually planning on doing a video review of Rampage here, but as soon as I heard that this guy started popping up at my local Kmart, I had to have him. I am a very big G1 fan, having watched that cartoon from way back in the 80s, and we never really got a good G1 Refraktor. I don't think Hasbro made any. The closest one we got aside from the G1 was that BotCon exclusive, which didn't really transform into any convincing camera. You also had a lot of third-party ones, which I was really keen on getting, but I never got to actually getting them. Now, when this guy was announced, I was really excited. But of course, if you've been following the news, you really need 3 of this guy to actually transform into camera. And if you've watched the G1 cartoon, you do know that there's always, well, sometimes there are more, but usually there are 3 reflectors on screen. So I had to get 3. I had to get 3. So while they're all named Reflector, this first one that I got, I'm gonna name Viewfinder, and then these guys will be Spyglass and Spectral. Okay, so enough about that. Let's take a look at the box, and then let's take a look at the figure. So each of the refractors will come in the same box. Well, they're exactly the same figures, and I'll show you how they actually look later on. So they all come in this box. They have the designation War for Cybertron S36. On the side is a nice picture of Refraktor. At the back you have Refraktor in robot mode, interaction with Battle Masters, his I don't know what that is mode, and the camera mode. Everything else is basically the same Siege packaging. He does come with this really nice, really big set of instructions, and it shows you how to transform Refraktor from robot to, I don't know what that is, mode. It shows you how the weapons can interact with the robot, and his weapons are, so you know that he does have that shield, the HPR telefocal shield, the EMM distortion blaster, and the focus is called the biscale compression rotor. Now taking a closer look at the accessories themselves, here is the HPR telefocal shield, which is a convincing looking shield. Also does look like a camera lens. The back, it does have 2 pegs, one at the bottom and one on the side, and this glass lens piece that will form the lens of the camera later on. This is the biscale compression rotor, which is basically just the chest lens part of Viewfinder. And here is the distortion blaster, which is really cool, really solid looking gun. Has 1 peg there. There are also 2 pegs on the side, which I guess is other places for him to hold a weapon. Not too bad. Okay, so taking a closer look at Reflector, so you can see he has a very nice looking G1 head sculpt. I wish he had a less I don't care face. It's a very standard no feelings face, but you know, it's not too bad. This focus piece is removable, so if you wanted to make him like a standard reflector thug, that's it. If you want him to be the centerpiece of reflector, put that there. Now let's just remove that so you can see this is silver paint that is actually a separate piece underneath, which is painted green, and it gives you know, a little depth on the chest piece, which is nice. Really nicely painted Decepticon logo, nicely painted arms and legs. I especially like this matte purple paint there, silver paint. Unfortunately, there is a lot of hollowness at the back, so you can see this is slightly covered, but it is hollow. The arms are hollow as well, forearms, sorry. And then right here where the head tucks in, it's also hollow. But what can you do? Now, if you are using him as a standard, you know, reflector thug, you can put this here at the back. Otherwise, just port it at the front. Now the way the weapons work, you can either peg it there, which is nice. It also makes for a convincing, you know, underslung weapon. It's also nice. The shield can also like that, though it makes it a little bit heavy. Now the shield itself, officially, you want to put him here on the shoulder. You can also hold the shield from the bottom peg there. Okay, or you can also plug it at the back of the forearm there. Yeah. And I put all 3 reflectors in different configurations. And I must say, they are a nice looking trio. Now, taking a look at articulation, the head does go all the way around. The arm does go all the way around. There's this weird joint here. It's not too bad, but you know, a little bit weird, but not too bad. Swivel here, double jointed elbow, which is nice. The hands only move down for transformation. You can push the neck back so you can do some convincing flying poses as well. There is a waist joint. Legs go all the way out, all the way forward, all the way back. Swivel at the top of the thigh, knees go 90 degrees. There is a toe joint, and there is ankle rocker. So he is really nice and really poseable. Now for some size comparisons, let's start off with Redwind and Sideswipe. So he is a little bit shorter than Sideswipe, which I guess is accurate. I guess Sideswipe could be a little bit taller. What can you do? Now, just because he's here he is with Siege Optimus Prime. Also, here he is with your standard Lego piece Mark Ruffalo and your standard Marvel Legends Paul Rudd. And of course, here he is with the rest of the Season 1, Episode 1 Decepticons, Sans, the 2 exclusive Seekers, Soundwave, let's put Shockwave there, Soundwave, Shockwave, Starscream, and Megatron. Let's put the other two refractors. Now, once we get Thundercracker and Skywarp, and maybe if we can get Frenzy and Rumble as well, I think that forms the Season 1 Decepticon team. At least the ones that came to Earth via the Ark. Now, just because we have to, let's transform him into his I don't know what it is mode. So first thing you do is you push the head back. Then you rotate the figure at the waist. It does snap at that position, which is nice. Makes it easy to transform him to both out modes. Now you tuck the hands into the gap. I really wish we had forearm covers. Now you push this to the back, and then I don't know if you can see that there is a tiny peg there that will peg into that hole, so just peg that there, holds it into place. And it's not a soft peg, it actually pegs in really well. Now you unfold the skivs, then position the feet that way. They do peg there, but before you do, fold the legs out. Now you can peg the gun that way and that way. Officially it pegs this way, so you just use that and peg that. Oh, that's what it's for. Keep forgetting, just because I don't put him in this I don't know what it is mode. So you just peg it there, and then peg the legs together. Peg together. There you go. And it's a very tight connection, so it's hard to remove it later on. And not lastly, but this front part, you unfold this, you unfold, and see those two slits there, and there are two tabs right there. Just peg them there. They should peg together, assuming the feet are pegged together well. And then lastly, use this as a back booster. And there you go. Here he is in the I don't know what it is mode. Now, it's not a bad alt mode. I mean, not a good one, but it's not a bad one. Now, you can use that as a standard spaceship, or maybe you can use that as a surfboard for your other refractors. Right? Or maybe you can go Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and use that as the giant gun for the refractors to hold as well. So let's do that. I don't know. It's not fun, but you know, at least there's something for Refraktor to do if you only intend on buying one. But why would you, right? Now I'm purposely skipping the size comparisons for this because I don't even know what it is, so I don't see the point. Anyway, let's transform him into camera mode. So basically the transformation will be the same for the three refractors. The only difference is where you put each of them, but in terms of transformation, it's gonna be this way. So just rotate the head so it's looking back. You do fold that back. Let's remove this butt plug thing. I said butt plug, sorry. And then you Before I do that, fold the arms into the hands into the forearm gap, fold that to the back. Just do that for now. I find this easier. You'll see why. Now you rotate the waist so it snaps facing back, and then you rotate the legs so they are facing back. Open up the skivs, and then you fold this in. So what I do is, as I fold it in, I position the forearm there, and then I push it in like so. The right arm is not too bad, it's easy enough. The left arm is a little bit harder, just because when we get to this point, you have to position that circular peg to be on top of that flat peg, and that not only makes it harder to put in, it also makes it terrible to remove. Anyway, then you plug the legs together and then fold this in. That's it. Now he's a box. Okay, now you take your other refractors and then you turn them into boxes as well. So one minute later, and we've got 2 more boxes. Now what you do is, looking at this again, as you can see, there is one peg there, one hole there, another peg there, and another hole-ish shape there. And what you do is you get the center refractor, face him forward, take the side refractor, face him with the feet at the front, and then you peg the corresponding pegs to the corresponding holes. And if you plug these correctly, they should line up perfectly, and then just peg them together so they're flush. Now I take the other one, rotate, and then plug it the same, pretty much the same way. And plug, is it lined properly? I guess not, because it doesn't want to peg. Now it does. There you go. And there you go. A very not so convincing camera. But wait, there's more. So you take the guns, and see how these shield thingies have slots and pegs. You just align them together and peg them together. And then that forms a sort of tripod. And then you take one of the central lenses and you just plug that to the top. See how that shape corresponds to that shape? So I just plug that together, and that's a very, very sturdy tripod. Then you just plug it into the center refractor's bottom hole. There you go. Still not convincing enough, but then you still do have the shields. Now these shields, so you can see there is a peg there, hole there, and just align and peg it together. Actually, it's 2 gaps here, it's fine. And then take the third shield, do the same thing. It's not as hard as the other reviewers are saying. Just have to find that, finesse it. Go. And then, as you can see, there are 2 holes there. If you want to use this for something, remove it first, but I just like to keep it there. And then you plug it there. There you go. That is your standard refractor camera mode as seen at the box of the package. Now, the back of the package. Now, the instructions doesn't really tell you any official transformation, so I guess that's the official transformation. Now do remember, we do have this extra one left. We used one down there. The other one is in the middle, but you can take that out. Now the other one, you can actually keep them there, but I just put this here, and it works as sort of your focus, so you know how you adjust this to zoom in and out. That's it. The other thing I do is I just raise this so that it doesn't look like a flat cube, and that's how I do camera mode. Not too bad, right? Now for size comparisons, here are the only two size comparisons that I thought were relevant. So here he is with Siege Soundwave's Ghetto cassette player mode, which is, you know, ghetto. Can you do? That's the best you can do with it. And here he is with Leader Class Blasters cassette mode, which is not too bad. He does look a little bit small, but this does feel like he's scaled to human size, which is nice. Okay, I really think our Decepticon team is starting to really shape up now. We're still missing Thundercracker and Skywarp, but they are both relatively easy to get. Well, not as easy as Starscream here, but they are exclusive that you can get in various websites, so they are still relatively easy to get between the two of them. And if we do get Rumble and Frenzy, I hope we do get him in this same size scale as Laserbeak. Between them, I think we have the whole episode 1 Decepticon team, and that's really cool in my opinion. So you have the entire team scaled perfectly together with the same aesthetic and and everything. What else can you want, right? When it comes to Refraktor here, should you be getting him? By all means. Just the fact that we complete the entire team with relative ease, I'd say go get him. Now, whether you get 1 or 3, I don't know. If you're a real G1 fan, you'll get all 3. I mean, 1 is okay. You can still transform him into this, I don't know what that is, mode, which is daft if you ask me. But you really have to get 3 if you want to complete the cast. And who doesn't want a really nice camera mode? So right, get 3. I mean, skip Brunt. I don't know. Skip someone. Skip a few of the Studio Series line if you need to. Get 3. You need to get 3. You need to get 3. Anyway, I guess that's it. So if you like the review, as always, do leave a like, leave a comment, do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button so you know that I'm posting videos. I do post once or twice a week, so there's always some content on my channel. But I guess that's it. So as always, this has been Grim Trigger. This has been Refraktor and the rest of the Decepticon family here. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.